previous lecture we discussed about differentiability, analyticity and harmonic function, and also we discussed about harmonic conjugate. So if u is a given, then how we find the value of a v. Today we discuss about if difference of a real and imaginary part is a given, then how we find the fz in term of a u and v. Also we discuss about in a polar form, what is the CR condition in a polar form, what is the sufficient condition for the differentiability in a polar form, and how we find a harmonic conjugate if a function is given in a polar form. So first we discuss if in a Cartesian form difference of a real and imaginary part is given, then how we find the fz. So now suppose in this case fz is a u minus v is a given, u minus v is a given, u minus v is known value, u minus v is known. Here I am talking about a harmonic conjugate. Harmonic conjugate. So if u minus v is a known and fz is a what? Fz is an analytic function. So how we find the value u minus v is a known, then how we find the value of a u and v? How we find the value of a u and v? So we know that for the harmonic conjugate fz must be an analytic function, means fz equal u plus I. Fz equal u plus I. This one is an analytic function. Fz equal u plus, let fz equal u plus Iv is an analytic. Then what do you think about I of z? Multiplied by a constant, then function is also a analytic function. Then Iu multiplied by I here also on the right hand side, then this become I square v. Then this become I square become minus 1, then this become minus b plus Iu, Ifz. And we know that the sum of our two analytic function is again an analytic function. Here, if we multiplied by the I by a constant, then this one is also a analytic function. This implies that an analytic function, this one is also an analytic function. And sum of our two analytic function is also a analytic function. If we find the sum of these two, suppose this one is equation 1, this one is equation 2. If we find the sum of these two, means I means if we write first this one fz plus Ifz equal what? If we find the sum of a real part, then this become what? U minus v plus Iu plus v. So here this one is also a analytic function, because sum of a analytic function is also a analytic function. This one is also analytic. This one is also analytic function. Analytic function. So if we simplify this one, then this become what? This become 1 plus I fz equal, if we write u minus v equal capital U plus I capital V, where u is a what? Here I am not writing here, this one is we write here. If we write this one, u minus v plus I u plus v. Now if we write this one is a capital Fz. and this one is a capital U. This one is a capital U, and this one is a what? This one is a capital V. This one is a capital Fz. Then what will happen? This one is analytic. This one is analytic. 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 Then Fz equals capital Fz equals capital U plus IV is analytic. Is analytic. Is analytic. So, if Fz equal U plus IV with the analytic, then U and V means capital U and capital V are harmonic conjugate. What is the meaning of this one? Meaning of this one is if they are harmonic conjugate, then if U is a given, then be able to find out a V. And if V is a given, then be able to find out the value of a U. So, and in a backing what will happen? Means if U plus V is a given, then be able to find out a U minus V. Means if V is a given, means U plus V is a given. Capital U is a given, means U minus V is a given. If capital U is a given, we find the value of a capital V. Meaning of this one is a U minus V is a given, then be able to find out a U plus V. So, now, once we find the capital U and capital V, then we find the capital Fz. Because capital Fz is a what? U plus IV. Once we find the capital Fz, then capital Fz is a what? 1 plus I Fz. So, here we write here, now, if Fz equal U plus IV, U plus IV, where Fz equal 1 plus I Fz and U equal U minus V and V equal U plus V. Means U minus V is a given, then be able to find out a U plus V. Once we find the capital U and capital V, then we find the capital Fz. Once we find the capital Fz, then be able to find out a small fz divided by capital Fz by the 1 plus I. So, this one is a procedure how we find means and how we find the capital U and capital V? As usual manner, because this one is an analytic function, capital Fz equal U plus IV is an analytic function. So, how we find? If this one is analytic function, then this one satisfies the CR condition, means del U, del capital U upon del X equal del V upon del Y and del U upon del Y equal minus del V upon del X. Means if U is a known, if U minus V is a known here, U minus V is a known, U minus V is known, then capital U is known. If capital U is a known, and if we try to find out the capital V, then we write first dV equal del V upon del X dx plus del V upon del Y dy. Del V upon del X and del V upon del Y, we replace this one by the CR condition because this one is analytic function. So, this one satisfies the CR condition. So, here dV equal minus del U upon del Y, del U upon del Y, del U upon del Y dx plus del U upon del X, del U upon del X, del U upon del X dy. And we have a value for what? U. Then we find the del U upon del Y, del U upon del X. Then this one is what? This one is the exact differential equation. By solving the exact differential equation, we become what? Integrate. If this one is what? dV equal m dx plus n dy, then v equal what? V equal integrate m with respect to x plus integrate n with respect to y and ignore the term occur in a first term. Suppose this one is the first term. Ignore the term occur in first term. This one is the what? This one is the first term. So we ignore the term which is already occur in a first term. Then we write what? A constant of integration plus a c. So this one is a what? This one is a b. So in this way, be able to find out a what? Be able to find out the capital B, and be able to find out the capital B means what? We find u plus v. So once we find the capital U and capital V, then fz equal u plus iv. We write u plus iv. Then fz equal, we replace fz by the 1 plus I fz. This one equal capital U plus iv. Then fz equal u plus iv divided by 1 plus I. Then we find what? A small fz. Once we find a small fz, then equate the real and imaginary part, then we find the real and imaginary part, means a u and v of analytic function. Now we solve one numerical example, means if u minus v is a given, then how we find the u plus v, how we find the fz. If fz is a what? Analytic function. Now we solve a numerical example. Suppose u minus v is a given. If example, if fz equal u plus iv is an analytic function, and u minus v equal e to power x cos y minus sin y, then find fz. Then find fz solution. So here, now we are going to solve one numerical example. What is the numerical example? Means fz equal u plus iv is an analytic function, and difference of a real and imaginary part is a given. U minus v is a given. U minus v equal e to power x cos y minus sin y. Then what? We try to find out analytic function fz. Means we try to find out real part and imaginary part. Then how we find? Since fz is how we find? We write here, since fz equal u plus iv is an analytic. Then I fz equal iu plus I square v is also analytic. If we find the sum of this one, 1 plus I fz equate the real part, I square become minus 1, u minus v plus I imaginary part u plus v. So sum of this one is analytic, this one is analytic, sum of analytic function is also analytic. So here we write this one, suppose this one is fz equal capital U plus I v. capital U plus IB. Sum of a two analytic function is also analytic. This implies that analytic function. Fz equal capital U plus I capital B is analytic function, where fz equal 1 plus I fz and capital U equal U minus B and capital B equal U plus B. Now, if this one is analytic, then the real and imaginary part is harmonic conjugate. Means the harmonic conjugate of a U is a B and harmonic conjugate of a B is a U. So, if U is a given, then we are able to find out the B. Now, here what is the given? U minus B is a given. Means capital U is a given. So, capital U equal U minus B equal e to power x cos y minus sin y. This one is a given. So now we try to find out what? We try to find out the value of a B. V means a U plus V. We try to find out a U plus V. How we find this one? They are harmonic conjugate to each other. Then dV equal del V upon del x dx plus del V upon del y dy. Del V upon del y dy. Now, this one is a small v, basically. This one is a capital V. So, dV equal del V upon del x dx del V upon del y dy. Now, since this one is an analytic function, fz equal U plus IB is an analytic function. So, this one satisfies the CR condition. Then dV equal minus del U upon del y dx plus del V upon del y equal what? Del U upon del x dy by the CR condition. What is the CR condition? Means del U upon del x equal del V upon del y and del U upon del y equal minus del V upon del x. So we use this condition. Del V upon del x equal minus del U upon del y and del V upon del y equal del U upon del x. So we use this condition. Now what is the value of a del U upon del x? If you find the partial derivative of this one. So what is the del U upon del x? Del capital U upon del x. Means partial derivative with respect to x is a what? E to power x cos y minus sin y. And what is the value of a del U upon del y? Del U upon del y equal e to power x. What is the differentiation of a cos y? Cos y become minus sin y. And what is the differentiation of a sin y? Cos y minus cos y. So this one is the value of a del U upon del x and del U upon del y. Del capital U upon del x and del capital U upon del y. Now putting the value of a del U upon del y, del U upon del x from here, then what will happen? dV equal d capital V equal minus of a del U upon del y. It become minus outside, then this become what? E to power x inside minus sin y minus cos y dx plus del U upon del x. Del U upon del x means e to power x inside cos y minus sin y dy. So This one is a what? This one is a exact differential equation. Now we try to solve the exact differential equation. So once we simplify this one, minus minus become plus. So dv become what? dv become this minus become outside, then this become plus e to power x inside sin y plus cos y dx plus e to power x cos y minus sin y dy. So if we compare, this one is a what? This one is a m and this one is a n. So what is the value of integration? The value of integration, if we write what? If we write here, we try to write here, what is the value for this one? Now, if we try to write here, what is the value for this one? V equal what? V equal integrate this one with respect to x. V equal integrate e to power x sin y plus cos y dx plus integrate e to power x cos y minus sin y dy plus a constant of integration c. So if we integrate this one with respect to x, so what will happen? This become e to power x sin y plus e to power x cos y e to power x sin y plus cos y, and what is the value for this one? This become plus e to power x. What is the integration of a cos y? Integration of a cos y is a sin y. So e to power x sin y minus e to power x. What is the integration of a sin y? Minus cos y. So this become what? Cos y plus c. So if we closely observe these two terms, this one and this one, so these both terms occur in a first term. Means e to power x sin y plus e to power x cos y, both terms occur in a first term. So in a solution we ignore this term. We ignore all the terms of which occur after integration of a second term. We ignore this one. So what is the value? Value become v equal e to power x sin y plus e to power x cos y plus a constant of a integration c. This one is a what? This one is a value of a b. This one is a value of a b, capital B. Now, capital B means we have a value of a u plus b. Now, how we find the value of a small fz? How we find the capital Fz? Capital Fz equal capital U plus I capital B. What is the capital U? Capital U is a e to power x cos y minus sin y plus I. What is the B? That we have calculated here. I e to power x cos y plus sin y plus a constant c. So this one is the value of a what? This one is the value of a capital Fz. This one is the value of a capital Fz. Now, if we simplify this one, now what is the value for this one? E to power x cos y minus sin y plus I e to power x cos y sin y. So here, if we equate the real and imaginary part, what will happen here? This become e to power x and cos y plus I sin y. Here this can be written as cos y, and this become what? If we simplify this one, write real part here and imaginary part here. So this become e to power x cos y plus minus e to power x sin y, and open this bracket, then this become plus e to power x I cos y, and here plus I e to power x sin y plus IC. So if we simplify this one is a what? This one is a e to power x plus IY. So if we closely observe here, e to power x cos y, e to power x I cos y. So cos y outside, then I e to power x, then here e to power x sin y plus I sin y, then this become what? Cos EY. So this become e to power x cos y here and here, this term. So this become e to power x, this term and this term together, cos y plus I sin y, this one. Now from here, this become plus e to power x, then here this become sin x minus sin y plus I cos y, and minus 1 can be written as what? I square. So now if we simplify this one, what is the result? This become what? This become e to power x e to power I plus I. What is the value for this one? The value for this become e to power x, I become outside, then this become cos y plus I sin y, then this become e to power IY plus IC, plus a constant of integration, IC. So if we simplify this one, then what will happen? This become e to power x plus IY, e to power x plus IY plus I e to power x plus IY plus IC. If we simplify more, then what is the result? If we simplify more and write here, then what is the value for? What is the value of capital Fz? Now from here, if we write here, capital Fz become what? E to power x plus IY become z, and x plus IY become z. So this become e to power z plus I e to power z plus IC, and if we simplify this one, this become 1 plus I e to power z plus IC. Now what is the value of a capital Fz? Capital Fz equal 1 plus I small fz. What is our aim? Our aim is to find out a small fz. So we replace capital Fz by 1 plus I fz. So here we replace capital Fz by 1 plus I fz. This become 1 plus I e to power z plus IC. Now what is the value of a small fz? Now a small fz become divided by 1 plus I, then this become e to power z plus I upon I plus 1 C. And if we denote this one is by another constant, then what is the value? Fz equal e to power z plus C dash. C dash is a what? C dash is a I upon I plus 1 C. So this one is a what? This one is our actual function. Fz equal u plus Ib. If we equate the real and imaginary part, then what is the value of a real part? If we equate the real and imaginary part, then this become what? E to power x cos y plus I e to power x sin y plus what? C dash. So this one is a what? This one is a real part, and this one is a what? This one is a imaginary part with a value of a constant C. So what is the summary of how we solve this type of a problem? Means if fz equal u plus iv is an analytic function and u minus v is a given. If a u minus v is a given, fz equal u plus iv is an analytic function, then ifz is also an analytic function, because by multiplying any constant, analyticity remains unchanged. So by adding fz and ifz, we able to find out an expression capital Fz equal u minus v plus I u plus v, and we denote 1 plus I Fz equal capital Fz, u minus v equal capital U, and u plus v equal capital V, and capital Fz equal capital U plus Iv now become an analytic function. Then capital U and capital V with the harmonic conjugate. U is already given, then we find the value of a V. Once we find the value of a capital U and capital V, then we find the value of a capital Fz. Once we find the value of a capital Fz, then we find small fz by dividing 1 plus I. Once we find the small fz, then equating the real and imaginary part, then we find the real and imaginary part of a small fz equal u plus Iv. So this one is one another example, means if u minus v is a given, difference of a real and imaginary part is a given, then how we find the function.